All right, welcome back, guys. My name is Mike. Today we'll be working on the Kawasaki BAYOU 300. As you already know from the previous video, we bought this one, we rip it apart, we will be rebuild everything. And it's been a four-wheeler that nobody take care of it for a very long time, probably at least 5 years. I would say at least 5 years. So we start building everything slowly, step by step. In today's video, we will be cleaning up the springs, the suspension, the front suspension, the springs and the coils. I will not be removing the springs from the coils. We will be cleaning up the A-arms. We are doing a DIY project on a budget. So it's important not to make things complicated more than they are. So we'll clean up the springs. We get the A-arms from the front suspension. We will clean the A-arms and we will paint them. Whatever needs to be replaced will be replaced. So stick around, watch to the end, you will see the result. Let's get to it. Already everything here in the front is stripped apart. We got the A-arms here. The bushings right here are in a good condition. Just probably need a bit of lubricant, you know, just to make it work better. Now definitely those here need to be replaced because they are broken. I mean, they're very used. I can feel there is a gap in it. Another thing, we got the springs. Now those are working great, just they're pretty rusty. So definitely we will need to clean those and paint them. I'm not gonna be removing the spring because it's too much work. It's not worth it, you know, just to paint them and make it look nice. So instead what we're gonna do is just clean them up and paint them black. This also needs to be replaced. The steering arms. I ordered already those new ones. Frame definitely need a bit of work to be painted. I'm thinking to put a winch in the front. Let me know, guys, what you think about it. Is it necessary to put a winch on the front? Because it's only rear wheel drive. So most probably, I think it's worth it. Now let me show you what I did here. I clean up the engine with a steel brush. Here is not. I just want to get rid of the big dirt so I can respray and paint the covers in the engine. I just want it to look a bit nicer. On this side also I clean up partly the engine. Now in general, I gotta say that I checked the compression of the engine and the compression is good. One way you can check the compression without having a battery having to start electrically the quad is you just remove the spark, remove this spark, put your finger on the hole, just push it, and somebody from the other side manually can just pull the lever right here so the engine can start spinning, and then you can feel if there is a good resistance here on the hole. It means that you're having a good compression. Now of course, if you can put a gauge and see the compression with a gauge, it's better. But if you're doing a DIY project like I do, I don't have a specific gauge to put on the hole of the spark to measure the exact compression that it's making the engine. But they're famous for being a hardcore survival engines that are not breaking easily, so I count that. Okay, before we get started, something very important I want to mention. Wear goggles whenever you use a steel brush or a steel brush like this one. Always wear glasses. If you can wear goggles like this one, it's even better. Be careful because I've been having problems a few times. Things went inside my eye, so I'm always wearing goggles. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna partly clean this side, then we're gonna roll it over. We are trying to get as much as dirt possible. Not necessarily go deep in here. This is plastic right here. This coil cover, it's plastic. This is steel. You gotta be careful not to damage the plastic because this is protecting your coil, this plastic. I always like to start from the most difficult part or the most difficult job. As you start from the difficult, you go to lighter and lighter, easier and easier job. And this was probably the trickiest part to be cleaned because of the springs. Okay, have a look. So far we got a good result. You want to get into these gaps right here as much as you can because there is a lot of dirt that's been sitting here, becoming very hard to be removed. And if you want to twist and reduce the tension of the spring, it will be very difficult for you, even if you have the right key to do it. Look right here. This is like very ugly. So, just so we compare, have a look. This is the result we want. Now, just gonna open the door to refresh the air because it's quite dusty here. All right, so we got the lower A arm start cleaning. Let's see how this will go. There is one more thing that needs to be cleaned up and prepared, which is this ugly disc brakes. Look at those. I mean, even this part here is good. This right here is very bad. So what I'm gonna do, I don't recommend using a disc grinder. Do not use this. Whenever you try to clean the brake discs, remember you can use a steel brush like this one. You can use a rotary steel brush, or maybe even this one, which is a lot more softer, but never disc grinder. So my goal here is just to clean the dirt and the rust. Anyway, even if your four-wheeler stays somewhere for about, let's say, 1 month, that there is humidity, the disc brakes will collect some amount of rust. But once you start riding and pressing the brakes, it will clean. So we just want to get one layer of dirt out of it so we can have a bit nicer look. And we're gonna be painting those as well. This is the holders for the rim. So we're gonna paint this. So again, we try to clean as much as we can to get a nice smooth surface. Another one thing, before you start cleaning or working on those, there is a spacer here with a rubber cover that covers the bearing. Now this bearing looks good. Anyway, I'm gonna remove the bearing, lubricate everything, make an inspection. It doesn't take a long time, but it's worth checking that everything is okay. All right, this looks good. I would say it looks good. I think it's a little bit bent, but I will check this. Anyway, now I'm gonna clean the other disc as well, and then the covers, which covers look like this, and they're in a bad condition. And once everything is cleaned, then we start planning colors and spraying. All Alright guys, so I have decided to paint the A-arms in black just because it's more suitable for the front part of the ATV, and I just want to keep it nice and clean. This gray color in time will get very dirty, change color, it will be ugly, so I stick with the black. I always go one layer light, second layer a little bit more, so the colors can lay nice and even. And also it's important to make sure that the layers are even, because when it comes time to clean the quad, most definitely you're gonna be using a pressure washer. Sometimes you need more pressure than usual to get out the dirt, and that's when weak parts of the paint are falling off. So always make sure you make a nice even layers. Alright guys, so again it is another day, and because I don't want to make this video too long, I just want to give you a quick update what we've done so far and finish for this video for part 2. So we paint one of the rear drums, the front heads for the rims, the holders. I don't know how exactly they call them, it's still a bit wet. The other thing we did off camera, it's painting the rear springs and coils, and the support arms, they're painted as well. Now this will be so far for the painting part. The parts that we had to order, the list became a little bit longer, so I'm just gonna show you on my phone the things that I ordered from eBay. eBay and Amazon, they're pretty much, and AliExpress, they're pretty much the same price when it comes to Europe, because everything that you order from the States as a price, it became almost double the price as until it comes to Europe. So for example, if you order something that is $20, the shipping will be $18, and the VAT will be another $5, and the import tax will be another $10. So something that costs 20, it may become 60 at the end. Okay, so I just want to show you what I have ordered so far. So we got the tie rods, we got the brake pads, the front and the rear, we got the one-way bearing right here, we got the Bronco steering column bushing lower for Kawasaki KLF 300. It's too long to spell. So far we got only this parts. Now there is the U-joints of the A-arms. I ordered from my city. There is a guy that had them in stock, so I prefer to buy them from there. So anyway, that's about it for today's video. Next week I will be uploading again, so thank you very much if you watch until the end. Subscribe and like the video, of course, and yeah, see you next time.